I was reading the paper this morning and then I went out and it got me thinking about how we really are a world gone mad. We've got things so arse about face. Just before I start this, I want to show you. I've got a little interloper here on my screen. Let me just show you. He's a huntsman. There he is up there. He doesn't bother me in the slightest. I'll go and get a container after I'm finished doing this and take him outside, although I think he prefers it in here. Anyway, what I was thinking is that we really are a world gone mad. You know, we're so wrapped up in being politically correct, and if we put half that energy, even quarter that energy, into being politically correct, into watching and controlling our employees, and our employees are the government, because I think most people forget we're the employers. We're the ones that have employed them to do the job, and they're not doing it. So we've let them run amok, and we're in the state we're in because we've sat on our asses and let them do whatever they want. And just remember this, Barack Obama is your employee. You're the one that calls the shots, not him. He's there to do the right thing by you, and if he's not doing the right thing by you, you need to take a little bit of that energy that you put into saying, don't touch me on the ass, don't say the N-word, don't do this, don't, all this politically correct stuff. Like, these days you aren't even allowed to say barmaid anymore. For God's sakes, I used to be a barmaid when I was younger, but now they're called bar attendants. They're no longer flight air hostesses, they're now flight stewards or air attendants or whatever the hell they're called now, I don't know. And all this bullshit, you know, it's just, why don't you take a little bit of that and put it into actually finding out what's going on with the government, what they're doing, what they're signing behind your backs, and the policies they're putting in place. Take a little bit of that energy and put it in towards finding out what they're doing. This world is so ass about face. The things that we worry about, you know, I often look at actors and actresses. Well, you're not allowed to call them that anymore. They're all actors now. They're getting paid ridiculous amounts of money. I mean, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And politicians and CEOs and these big corporations, you know, these big corporations could run a small country with the money they have. Nobody should have that sort of wealth. There should be no poverty or sickness or anything in this world when people like that twit Paris Hilton have all that money. There is no excuse for that. And, you know, we go around idolising, well, general public do, I don't, go around idolising actors and actresses and people, even anybody that's famous, even newsreaders on TV. Why? What is it that they idolise? I don't understand. Is it the glamour, what is it that they see this, and I think they're taught, it's just stuck in your face all the time. These people aren't to be envied. You know, it's just, it's mind-boggling to me that people envy these people, and they shouldn't be paid the money they're paid. It's absolutely ridiculous. I look back on the way I was brought up and how people are now, and I look at the spending today, and you know, it was never heard of to eat out as much as when I was brought up and how I was brought up. To have takeaway was fish and chips, and you would have that once in a blue moon, and that was a really big thing. And to go out to a restaurant, that was only ever done on very special occasions, to eat out at a restaurant. And these days, everything's just taken for granted. You eat out at a restaurant every day. It's just everything's taken for granted, and you expect to just have all that money there all the time given to you. Do you not understand that it has to stop somewhere? There has to be a line. Not everybody can be mega rich. You know, everybody seems to have money, and what's sad about this is that the poor people that don't have the intelligence to be able to run a business, not through any fault of their own, just through genetics, genes, that they aren't smart enough to. So why should they live any worse than somebody that's intelligent? It's extremely unfair because not everybody possesses that sort of intelligence to run a business. It's just everything's asked about face. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the day. I better go and take my little huntsman outside. Smile and have a nice day.